chat. We are in Minecraft with it. Minecraft, nigga. Let me get you guys. I think my sensitivity is slightly too high. Controls. You could survive before. Oh, no. Perfect. I see a vision already. But I kind of just wanna. Okay. Man. Alright. Water over that. Ooh, wait a second. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm doing, chat. So I'm thinking, like right about here, we built like a floor, right? Like, hold on. Let's see. Boom. And we gonna do another one of those. And we gonna need a couple of these actually. And then we're gonna do this actually. Alright, so first. So what I'm gonna actually start to do here is like build a ledge, and then it's gonna turn to So I want this to sort of be a rim around, like I want a wooden rim around the edge of this, right? And I want it to have a glass center. So all this is going to be glass. Okay. Whoa, nah, I gotta go visit that. Hold on. Home Beach. Let's make it like the color of sand. Yeah, khaki. Create. Sick. There's a whole jungle thing over there. Damn, this tower, like, this is low-key fire, bro. Hold on. Tower of sand. Jungle temple over here. Got him. I know this isn't all. I think there's like a... Sorry. Crouch button. Wait, so would it be over this way? No, what would it be? Thank you. Take this. Okay. Anyway, let me not get distracted. Kill this guy, get some sand weave. top of that, to smelt it all, I don't even have the coal for this right now. I low-key need to go mine it first, but it's good that I get this preemptively, you know what I'm saying? I think like 4 stacks of sand should be cool. I got 2 chests for the crib already, which is, that's always nice. The sun is coming up. I don't have to worry about these spawns too much longer. Might as well get some wood over here to use for charcoal back at the crib. I'm gonna need it for all this. Oh. A little bit extra just in case. We're gonna level this out. how to do that. This is for chat. I know, I'm sorry, poor squid, but I need it for my glass. You know? Alright, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Going home. We're going home. Those are the new guys. I haven't seen those guys yet. Well, ran into them in survival yet, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, back to the crib. I didn't get any wood like I said I was going to, but it's okay because I'm surrounded by it. That tree, we're gonna use this. Burn some of those up really quickly. Get rid of these butt tools real quick. Thank you. Remember, yeah.
And I'm just taking them off now.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I need to get the ones from the living room. Or not living room. Kitchen. Yeah.
I was gonna go live on TikTok. I can't. I don't know how I can go. I want to go live on.
Oh shoot, actually I don't know. I kind of like how both of them like outline my crib. You know what I'm saying? I need to put these so go ahead, chop down this tree. And bow. There we go. All right. That one. Kind of get rid of these bushes. I wouldn't mind doing that. Clear up the ground a little bit. Alright. These gonna clear up now. Alright. Just gonna take all of that. And then I would say this. I'm actually gonna do this. I'll get it. I'll get the tree. I'll get the tree. Okay. stained glass. See, that's why you make extras. Anyway, I'll do it like this. Just wondering how to do it. See, I like the black a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Upgraded tools. We gonna chop this one. a little mini tree. Got an apple out of that. There we go. Yo.
You wanna hit?
Yeah, sure. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Playing Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
You were done playing Call of Duty.
3 hours, not even one win, bro. I was getting fucking shitted on. It's bad. Straight butt today.
So, how do you, when you stream, how do you start making money when you stream?
You have to get to a certain amount of followers and consistent viewers. So once you get to that, you can start running ads. When people watch those ads, the money that makes you money. They can sub to you, which is like a monthly subscription thing, which they can get benefits from. Um, you know, stuff like that. But you pretty much have to get a decent amount of followers and viewers.
Is that what you're trying to get to?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What are you making on Minecraft? What are you working on now?
My base.
You're working on a base?
Mm-hmm. My little starter
Could I
base.
join? Am I playing from my phone?
I don't know because we're on separate versions. I'm on Java and you would be on Bedrock. I don't
I would
know.
have to sign in on the.
You'd have to.
laptop, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. What was I gonna say?
I mean, I can log into that on PC. Maybe we can help each other. Like, sometime I will go on your world and you can, or we help you, and then go on my world, help me on my world.
I think we should do it to where I can help you on your world. I think that'd be cool because we haven't done that before. Don't you think?
Figure out how to log into the PC.
Okay. Well, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard, to be honest. I think it should be a fairly straightforward process, to be honest. But however you want to go about it, you can. Just let me know if you do. Close before I even finish my sentence. see me. You don't see me. You don't see me. He didn't see me. I think that would actually be sick. Let me put this stuff in here real quick before I lose it. Trying to. Oh no. Worse has not come to worse. I'm not gonna lie. I could find something. Watch this. As a matter of fact. Alright, watch this. Yep. Yo. Yes. Bro, I needed this. I'm not gonna lie. You had no idea.
What?
The watermelon. I was about to die, bro.
And is it hard to find that watermelon?
It doesn't spawn like everywhere. So you could say that. I'm gonna die here.
What's your weapon?
My axe.
That's all you have? You don't have
Yeah.
like a bow and arrow or anything?
No, I just started. But I think I'll be okay.
Wait, is that part of your base right there? And that's glass, so you can see the top.
So I can go down. It's gonna be my floor.
Wait, what?
Yep. It's gonna be my floor. Goes in here. It's gonna be a floor right here. I'm gonna be able to see actually wasn't that far from spawn. So spawn is right next to the base. It just so happened this was like it just so happened this it just so happened this was a quick lot. So
Did you like the spot? You're like, okay, this is a cool spot to have. So what happened to the big monster size
castle. Well, that was on the other world. What? I hit the vine and got lucky. They still trying to take me out.
They're coming down? How are they?
They will eventually. I don't know. I just had the best one just now.
No, I meant like, how are they coming down from that far?
Oh no, they didn't come down from up there. There was more.
Down?
Nah, like, what do you call it? Out.
I've been needing more art in my bedroom and recently painted this canvas. However, I wasn't quite sure the best way to hang it, so I turned to ChatGPT. It gave me a list of all the materials I needed and an easy step-by-step. I'm so happy with how it turned out.
The internet's a perfection crisis.
Throughout the past 26 years of the 2000s, each time has had its own different eras of things people got insecure about. From the early 2000s to basically the end of 2010, every girl wanted to look super skinny because that's all what was plastered everywhere. You'd have a hard time finding an actress that was over like 140 pounds back then and wasn't slammed by the media calling them the fattest and the most pathetic thing to touch earth. If you took one blow, went at them, they'd fly away like a tumbleweed in the desert. For dudes, everyone was trying to get a six-pack abs like celebs by watching a video on YouTube probably called How to Get Six-Pack Abs in 5 Minutes. Can't believe
Used to watch those all the time. Who was the one guy, bro? Oh my god. Athlean X. I used to watch Athlean X every fucking day, dude. Oh my god. When I was like 10 years old, 2012, I would watch this dude, and it would be like the perfect ab workout to get shredded in 10 minutes. And I would do it for like 3 days in a row, and I'd be like, why don't I have abs yet? Why don't I have abs yet?
I thought this would work as a kid. This had to have started my delusions and me questioning everything in life. Those are like the main things people were worried about back then. Of course there's more, but nowadays it's on a whole other level. With the rise of looks maxing and all these plastic procedures being done like fast food.
Well, I think like in the early 2000s, the majority of people that wanted to improve the way they look and they were insecure about their body went through avenues that were natural, like diet and exercise. And now people want to do bone smashing, Botox, BBLs, and plastic surgery. I think it's gone away from a natural means of looking better into a very inauthentic means of trying to look good. Right. Or Ozempic. Ozempic has its uses, though. But I think it's like the best way to get in better shape is to eat better and work out. Right. Not use medicines or, you know, get certain surgeries. Like there's means for it. And I'll obviously, you know, if somebody wants to get Botox or plastic surgery, by all means, like I'm never going to judge. But I don't think that's needed to achieve those certain things.
Casually. It's only ramping up more and more how insecure people are feeling and how perfect they want to look for the internet. And one thing that showed me that is how fast the rise of Ozempic has gone. Just a couple of years ago, Ozempic
It was like half the Super Bowl ads were fucking semaglutide injection ads.
was still a low-key drug that you had to speculate if a celeb was on or not to lose weight. Because they was dropping pounds like no tomorrow. One day they were Jonah Hill, and the next day they were Jonah Hill. Shout out to Jonah Hill. That's a top tier actor because, man, they used to bully the out of this in the 2000s in interviews.
Are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything? Because I run into that a whole lot. I'm the fat one.
Like, look, you could tell this nigga.
Does that...
He does not want to be there, bro. Not only that, you could tell he just want to say some shit to him. Like, he probably finna say some shit right here.
Are you the fat guy in Hollywood still, or is everybody like look at you and they're like,
See,
oh
look.
wow, you know, this is great. Now you're healthy.
Okay, well, like, who's the fucking cornball that's asking
This
these
nigga.
dumbass questions, bro?
That
Like,
too,
I mean, is this
bro.
like a TMZ representative? Like, why are we even doing this interview with this fucking idiot?
Do you have any other questions that are
Or like, bro, did you see the people? You see how like Shia LaBeouf recently? Shia LaBeouf got in a fight and he got arrested, and then when he got released, there were like people with like cameras this big, being like, "Any comments, Mr. LaBeouf? Any comments, Mr. LaBeouf? Mr. LaBeouf? Mr. LaBeouf? Mr. LaBeouf?" I'm like, yo, you're a bum. Yo, like, I'm not saying I support with Shia LaBeouf getting into a fist fight, but it's like, why are you waiting outside for him to get released so you could like heckle him for a fucking one-liner that you could put on your shit-ass article that no one cares about? Like, bro, get a job. Like, that, I understand that's their job, but I'm like, there's no way you're getting paid enough to do that. Like, it's not even paparazzi.
smart?
Now with Ozempic, you can damn near walk in any pharmacy and get it in a snap. And there's also been a rise in different types of weight loss pills that are easy to get. Some companies sell it online like an Amazon product. One thing a lot of people in America do
They be having that shit in powders too. I've had family members get that shit, but I don't think it really worked like that. The powders, I don't know.
is people near the border of Mexico just take an Uber over the border to a store there because you can get it straight up over the counter, zero prescription needed, and way cheaper. The main reason for the rise of it is all the celebs promoting it and influencers as well. For some reason, Serena Williams is now an ambassador of a weight loss pill and is now promoting it even though she was
For some reason, money. Money. Bro, they're probably paying her millions of dollars. Like, millions of dollars to do one ad.
never that big. And how does that one
Fucking Serena Williams.
meme go? I wanted to you when you was fat. It's become so common now that for the
What?
first time in this decade, America's obesity rate has gone down. So people are seeing all this and saying, well, this whole trend is good, so why not take it? And look, if you are someone who took it or is
Everybody's
currently
going
taking it, then good for you. I wish nothing but the best.
No, I don't have a problem with Ozempic, but I do have a problem with people that are on Ozempic and then act like they're not on Ozempic. Similar, it's the same shit as people that take steroids, but say they're not on steroids. You know? Like, hey, if you're on steroids, you know, it's your life choice. I'm obviously going to say I don't think you should be on steroids, but if you're on steroids, just say you're on steroids. If you're using Ozempic to lose weight, just say you're on Ozempic. Don't be like, I've been dieting and going to, you have not been dieting and going to the gym. Just say you're on steroids. Just say you're on Ozempic. It's fine, right? Nobody's going to judge you, right? It's like, who cares? It's like, it becomes a problem when you're like,
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked. Unlock bigger screens.
acting like you're not.
I hope it goes well. It should always be a last option though, and unless you look like one of those from my
Why do you care if they lie? For steroids is because it gives a false sense of athletic achievement and speed of progress. Similarly to Ozempic, people that are Ozempic that lose weight rapidly without working out and still eating in like a very bad way are basically promoting it's an unrealistic expectation. Yeah, catastrophe. Thank you for fucking putting that in better words. It's basically promoting like, hey, like you can do this. You just have to work out and eat healthy. It's like, okay, yes, that's true, but like you're not doing that. Like you're doing the shortcut.
600-pound life that have to get forklifted out of their beds. About 99% of the public can lose weight with a decent calorie deficit and working out a little bit. But the problem with it and how mainstream it is that it wasn't even made to be this big. Ozempic is a diabetes treatment, with weight loss being one of the side effects coincidentally. There was a limited supply at a certain point, and so many
Isn't weight loss the side effect because it's appetite reduction? And I think it does increase weight loss potential, but it's like, isn't it just like you don't want to eat? Like that's the side effect is like you just eat less. You're just not hungry. It's like it's an appetite suppressant. It's like caffeine.
people were snatching it up to lose weight like celebs, that people with diabetes couldn't even get the medication at a certain point. Imagine your ass getting a heart attack and dying because someone wanted to lose 10 pounds before going on a vacation in a month. One of the biggest problems with this whole fiasco though, and one of the main reasons people say you shouldn't take it unless if you need to, is
Can it make you go blind? Isn't there like crazy fucking rare side effects but like
What
permanent irreversible damage that could
Right.
be cops that just smoke cigarettes. That's what they do in other countries. That also causes cancer and heart disease. But yes, that is one of the reasons that a lot of Asian countries are healthier. Not only do they eat better, but they also smoke copious amounts of cigarettes. And cigarettes are appetite suppressants. So when people are hungry, they smoke a cigarette, you're not hungry anymore.
Zero long-term study of the side effects since it's so new. If anything crazy can happen to you, like a side effect of cancer, it's gonna take at least 10 to 20 years to figure it out. And most people using it now because you gain the weight back pretty much instantly if you're not working out using Ozempic. End up going back for seconds, so who knows what type of toll that's taken on your body. Some other notable things people thought was normal and trusted before long-term studies were cigarettes. Yeah, I think we know the harm of that one now.
Didn't doctors used to recommend cigarettes? Like, that used to be an advert. Like 9 out of 10 doctors like Marlboro or some shit. Doctor-approved cigarettes ads. Yeah, they're all over the place. As your dentist, I would recommend Viceroys. Filter tip cigarettes. Filter the smoke. Smoke a fresh cigarette. Camels. Give your throat a vacation. A vacation? I feel like that shit's gonna make it hurt.
Xanax. Before every rapper started talking about it, every
Shut
doctor
your
was
bitch
handing
ass
this
up,
shit out
son.
like candy. And because the youth is so insecure now and TikTok is pushing it more and more, a lot are smuggling the weight loss drugs by buying it from random Ozempic dealers online. Which is bad because you have to be older than 18 to even get prescribed Ozempic. And even then when you're young, 99%, probably 99.5% can lose weight by just locking it in. That's when I started. The problem is too, a lot of people who want a certain build aren't gonna get that from taking Ozempic. If you're a dude that wants that anime lean physique or a girl who wants thickness,
No, Ozempic's just gonna make you skinny. Ozempic isn't gonna make you have a good body. Like, Ozempic is gonna make you athletic. It's just gonna make you lose weight.
Ozempic gonna shred the through all of your weight. Unless you do your diet precisely perfect and are already in the gym and locked in. If you're on Ozempic, it's an appetite suppressant, so you won't even be able to eat the right amount of protein. It's just gonna shred through all of your muscle because it's meant for losing weight. There's some people who take Ozempic and you can immediately tell because
they look like a bobblehead attached to a twig.
there's also another term called Ozempic face where people have noticed it can sunk in your face and make it wrinkly. But it's all good now. We have stuff to fix that. Just drop 100K and you can get a facelift and you're all good.
Bro, this shit's crazy. When I saw this, what is this woman's name? It's she's like Kylie Jenner's mom. Kylie Jenner, or no, not Kylie Jenner. Kris Jenner. Yeah, Kris Jenner, bro.
Kylie
Isn't she
Jenner's
like
mom, Kylie
70? And now she looks like she's like 35 with the work they did. I just feel like that's like, ugh. I don't. At that point, it's like now we're just trying to like reduce Kris Jenner age. Yeah, she's 70 years old. She was born in 1955, bro. She looks 35. Uncanny.
This was all worth it instead of locking in for 6 months.
Yo, have you guys seen the Jim Carrey shit? Bro, that's like all over my For You page right now, how he like doesn't look like Jim Carrey anymore. I think it's just like a different hairstyle, bro. That, and then, I don't know, but he does look different. I don't think they cloned him. His eyes are a different color now. That was weird.
Or a year and losing weight for free. Also, the rise of looks maxing is getting worse and getting more mainstream as time goes on. I already made a video recently covering clavicular, so I'm not gonna go too in depth with him again. But you know, despite all the controversy he has, he just keeps growing. If you told someone a streamer in 2020 was saying the N-word and was hanging out with some of the internet's most controversial people right now, and then told them he got featured in big magazines like GQ and the New York Times, they wouldn't believe you. But cut to now, and that's what we got. Bro might have the best manager of all time because how did he get on the New York Times? Maybe looks maxing really is the way. You can get anywhere in life as long as you look good. Looks maxing has turned into a small...
Well, Clav is a mixture of things. Like, I think Marlon's an example of somebody that is a mainstream, very good-looking guy that most people would say is like a Chad. But Clav is a looks maxer that went the hard opposition of like mainstream media. Like, Clav does crazy shit for the sake of doing crazy shit to get views. I don't think that's like kick streamers in general, but like there's an audience for that. Like, the more annoying and outlandish you get or can be, the more audience you're gonna garner. You know, Clav had surgery. I don't know if he had surgery. I don't really like keep up with Clav that much, but like whenever I do see his streams or like clips, I mean, like he always just does. It's basically Jack Doherty. Well, no, I think like I don't want to say nobody likes Jack Doherty, but like a lot of people watch Jack Doherty. Clav has a fan base. Like Clav has a fan base. He does. More than Jack. I think a lot of Jack's views are from people that don't like him. I think Clav gets hate views, but I also think he does have a big audience.
All niche community on the internet to now having a whole lore storyline. You got different characters in the Looksmax universe, like ACU frat leader who did something which can only be described as Gen Z's 9/11. Frame mogging clavicular. Just like 9/11, we all remember where we were when this happened. This possibly...
I don't. Somebody asked me that the other day. They said, where were you when Clav got frame mogged? I was like, I don't know. If I knew the day that I saw the clip like 3 days later, so I don't really know where I was.
Might be worse than any war that has been fought in the past 50 years. And that whole thing sparked the mogging wars online, with #1 ranked Chad Androgenic trying to avenge Clavicular from his mogging death, with another person named...
Today I'm going to make a beat. We're going to Output's new plugin co-producer, play your beat. It's going to analyze it.
Am I too old for this, guys? I just turned 20.
Wow. Androgenics hanging out with this guy? Holy... Fuck, what is this guy's name? He's the dude that used to do like those shirtless prank date videos. Oh my god, who is that? That's Connor Murphy. Bro, I have not seen Connor Murphy in years. Didn't he go on like an acid trip or something in like the jungle? And then he like disappeared off the internet for a while and then came back? Oh my god, I forgot about Connor Murphy, bro.
Person named... Am I too old for this, guys? I just turned 23. Let me just move on to the point. All jokes aside, now that Looksmaxing is growing more than ever, it's reaching more and more people who are trying to learn it and potentially are going to damage their bodies because they want to mog like they see these dudes.
You remember the kissing pranks? Bro, I just remember Connor Murphy used to do that shit where he would be standing there and somebody would run by him and rip his shirt off and he'd be like, oh.
Clavicular specifically does insane shit like take meth and inject peptides in his face. If you don't know, peptides come in these little vial bottles and they're amino acids that all of our bodies already have. And if you take certain ones, they're like a booster that can help with stuff like repairing your tissue.
Bro, that ketamine stream was crazy. I was watching clips on that. Bro, they all took ketamine on stream. And I was like, #1, did they? I didn't even see them take it. I just know they were on it because one of Clav's boys like passed out on stream and fell over. And then they were like, "Yeah, we're never gonna stream. We're never gonna take ketamine with you again, man. You were a little crash out." I'm like, "Yo, he's actively still tripping on ketamine on the come down," and you're like, "Yeah, man, you were like a real problem." Like, imagine the fucking like panic that would induce. What's ketamine? A horse tranquilizer. It's hallucinogenic. It is used medicinally in small doses for people battling certain, illnesses or like PTSD or certain things like that. But people do take it to get high.
Which then helps with your skin.
I did it at a party once. You did ketamine. How was that?
The one problem with this is, at least for the facial
they took ketamine. They took ketamine, and one of their boys like fucking. He was like standing by a trash can. He's like, ugh, and then fucking like falls over. They pick him up and walk away, and then it like the clip TPs to when they're in the car, and he's like, "We should do ketamine again." And Clav's like, "Yo, we're like never taking drugs with you again, man. You were like a crash out." I'm like, "Yo, he's still on ketamine. Like, tell him that tomorrow."
Gotta inject that shit in your face with a needle.
And if you're not a professional trained at this, you're...
Recipe for a bad trip, bro. Oh my god. I can't imagine hallucinating in a bus with Clav. Walking around on stream, him just interacting with people, bro, I would immediately panic. I would trip. Dude, the trip would be so nightmares. Like, I think being on stream on a hallucinogen in general is terrifying. People ask me how I get high on stream, and they're like, "Oh, it makes me anxious." I'm like, I love being high on stream. But that's different than, like, if I took fucking 4 grams of mushrooms or some shit and was streaming. I'd be tweaking.
One injection away from...
It's a dissociative, not a hallucinogen. It is hallucinogenic, though. It's a dissociative drug, but you also do. I'm saying you hallucinate. I'm using the terminology wrong. Ketamine makes you hallucinate, though. Do you do ketamine? No, I've never done ketamine. I almost bought salvia online though one time. The strongest thing I've ever done was mushrooms. I've done mushrooms like 10 times. Not in like over a year though. I've said this a few times. Last time I took them, I took penis envy. It was too strong of a trip. Haven't had the urge in a while. So no. What's salvia? A really strong drug that like it like time dilutes very heavily, and you're only high for like 5 minutes, but it feels like 10 hours. Most of the trips are really bad. It's like a weird legal loophole. Don't take salvia. Salvia divinorum. I think I was like 20, and me and my friend were like actually contemplating doing salvia. That was bad. I'm happy I didn't. I remember I was actually like on websites like adding shit to my cart. I was like, I could just buy this. You should have? No, I think that would have been a bad play. You got peer pressured? No. The first time I took mushrooms, I was alone. That sounds very sad. I was alone, but I got them from never do mushrooms, by the way. I got them from my friend, and I took mushrooms. I only took like a gram, and then I played Valorant for like 6 hours. That's all I did. I was on Discord. I just played Valorant for 6 hours, and I popped off, too. I remember I went like 27-2 in a game. And I was like, wow, I'm superhuman. I was like, I'm locked in. This is sick. Next time I took them, horrible. Next time I took them, I was like, first time was great. Why don't I take way more? And it was bad. Played Man of Medan with my friends. I've told this story a few times. It was me and 3 of my friends. We were like, let's play Man of Medan. Because there's 4 characters that you can play in Man of Medan. And there's 4 of us. So we all took them. And they tasted like fucking poop because they're grown in shit. And I just ate them raw, and I chugged like a green, or not a green, it was a blue Powerade. And then we were playing, and we got past the intro, and I was just sinking into my couch, and I couldn't move. And I was freaking out. Like, it was the most scared I've been in my entire life. Like, actually just like raw fear. Like, I can't explain it. Like, I didn't think I was gonna die, but like, I was terrified. Like, I was full stuck. I was melting. And what I was looking at, like, everything was morphing so hard that, like, I couldn't really make out anything. And I was like, this needs to stop. This needs to stop. And I was, like, resisting it. And then I finally, like, stood up. And I walked to the bathroom. And I had to pee so bad. I remember peeing every, like, 5 minutes. Like, I just kept having to pee. And it was, like, this fixation. But it was, like, I remember being like, nah, I think I'm tripping. I don't have to pee. But then I would pee, like, half a water bottle of liquid every time. And I was like, where's this pee coming from? And I remember I thought about that for a while. And then I looked at myself in the mirror and I felt what it was like to be a lion. That shit was crazy. Then we listened to Ice Cube. And then it switched right when Ice Cube turned on. It went from like the worst experience of my life to like awesome. Yo, and then we listened to Resonance. And I swear to God, I didn't move for 4 hours. I played Resonance on repeat. I played Resonance slowed on repeat for 4 hours on a JBL speaker. And I just literally laid face down on a fucking beach recliner for like 4 hours. And I was like, holy shit. I remember at that moment being like, dude, this is sick. And then I got out of it, and coming down from a mushroom trip's horrible. Like, it's actually horrible. Oh my God, there was another time. Bro. Oh. See, now you got me on these trip stories. Never do mushrooms, by the way. Never do mushrooms, by the way. It's bad. The last time I took them, this is why I haven't taken it forever, because the last time it was way too strong and it was bad. This was like a year and a half ago. My friend got an Airbnb. He was like, I got mushrooms. You want to take them? And normally I would prep myself like weeks before. Like, I would know that I was going to take mushrooms. And so I was like, I would mentally prepare myself. This was like a day before. And I was like, yeah, sure. And so I think I got done stream, went to my boy's Airbnb, and we were watching a nature documentary about salmon. And I was tripping really hard. And I already explained that whole story. It was really bad. My friend hit a Pennywise cart, and then he fucking sat in a room for like 6 hours and said everything went black and white, and he was watching chainsaw videos on TikTok. When we came down, I was hungry. And we had like 4 friends that didn't take them, and they were going to go to the bar later, and they were like, well, let's go grab you guys food. Get in the car. And I was like, okay. And we went to Chipotle, and we were in line, and somebody went, "Is that Joe Bart?" And I actually remember, like, I swear to God, I jumped out of my own skin. I was like, dude, there's no way. I was like, there's no way. I remember I ordered, and I darted out of there. I was like, no, we need to leave, bro. I was.
All right, man. All right, Joe Bart. Back to the craft. Oh. Hey, how you doing? You just there. How you doing, bro? Meanwhile, I'm down here. Get some copper. Why not? Okay. I can go this way. Man, come on, bro. I was smacking him like he shouldn't have been able to get close to me, bro. Weave. Weave. Yo, two of them? Oh my God, bro. I'm going back up. Alrighty. I'ma just... Wow, okay. See here. Okay. where are you coming from, bro? There's no torches. I know. Am I tweaking? There we go. Serious, bro. I just built this shit. It's cool. Okay. Bro. Chill. You feel me? Like you didn't have to do all that. Why these niggas double hitting this shit? They make bow. Like, what's with that? Yo. Yeah. I think there should be milk in there. If not, there is spaghetti. You can make spaghetti or any of the dinners in the freezer. Okay. All right. This is home pretty much. And this is where I die. Alright, so what if I continue clearing a pathway? Okay, so we kind of just making a pathway. Oh, black sheep. Thank you. Okay. didn't have my chat open, so I should probably switch it. Go. I'm gonna go to like. I've been live almost 5.5. Yeah, I say at 5.5. I'll probably say that's it for the night. I am going to go here real quick. I would say probably like that. speed build this. Hmm. Yo.
You got a fork in here?
A fork? Let me check. Might. Fork. I'm going to 6 hours. Or at least until I finish the crib, which I don't think will be that long, to be honest. No, you good. Thank you, though. Right, I have the other melons somewhere. I don't know why I didn't bring those with me. Thanks for the little boost. Damn, this nigga moving. Let me come over here and get these guys real quick. Holy shit, they be moving. $15. It should be more than enough. This will be the dome right here. Okay. Should be enough wood. And then we go back to the little hut, the dome. Alright, well that's doing its thing. I to work on this wall. Okay. There we go. Then I think I want to do like that. Yeah, bon. Get a little bit more of this floor done. See, Okay. My fault. I kind of went on a little bit of a, no talking thing, but move on from that. We pretend like that never happened. I think I like this better. Like that, to be honest. Alright. I'm gonna go chop some trees down. Get some more wood. You know what I'm saying? Need to get some food, which I already have. I don't, because I died. Of course, none of my stuff is down there still. Why would it be? I might get jumped here soon. Leave. All right. You down there too. Boom. In the water. Alrighty. Go get my stuff real quick. Alright, that's pretty much everything. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Alright. Not even gonna lie. Gotta Fill this hole up, bro. And that one. And I think that's it. So I need to go here. We're gonna use that, and then we're gonna put this here for sticks. Ooh, we almost done with the stream, gang. We almost done, bro. Hey man, it's coming together, bro. It's coming together, bro. Let's see if I can find any sheep around here. Gonna need to chop this down. Hey, I like that sound. Got a black piece and a brown piece. Now I just need any color piece. Then I dye them. Where did I just see those red flowers at? As a matter of fact. Out of there. Y'all gotta give me something good, man. Yo. You're telling me. No sheep. Just give me one sheep. Just one. We almost done. Just give me the sheep. Fuck it. We're doing a little exploring at the same time. There's a cow. Found a cow. Is that a desert temple on the beach? No, it's a tree. I was like, what? We on the hunt for a sheep, chat. I found a village before I found a sheep. We're gonna go check the village. Watch there be sheep there. I'll get loot and sheep. And it's in the terracotta. I might as well get some terracotta. I could use that in my base. A camel? Yo, that's crazy. I could ride camels. Yes, sir. Bread for days. can't leave the doors open. Oh, hey, buddy. Hope you don't mind me looting the village. Little baby guy in there. That's fire. Not gonna lie, desert villages don't really have much, do they? No animals, no nothing. Just check the other side of this. Just to check, just to check. See, oh my, a mine shaft right there. Fortune. Fortune and mending. I'm gonna go check out the mine shaft, chat. It's only right. I'm good off the spider right now. It's a terracotta mine shaft. There we go. That's what I like to see right there. Ooh. Okay. Got him. We get the stuff, we come back, bro. Not ignoring that. The fuck? Okay. Weave. Weave. What the fucky? Oh, fuck no. No, you got me fucked up, bro. Why are you moving so fast? Yo, is this like a little city? Okay. What's on the fishing rod? I'll check later. What's in here? The real question. Boom. Let me go up. Up. Okay, no. No. Up. Wait a second. Oh, shit. Chat, I will get all my items tomorrow, and I will finish my house tomorrow. Not gonna lie, getting tired. It was a good stream, you know what I'm saying? For everyone that joined, appreciate you. Thank you. I will see you next stream. YouTube, anyone that's watching, like, subscribe, comment, turn on that Noti Bell so you don't miss nothing. And, yeah, tell a friend or family member you love them. Can't forget that. But, as always, I hope you guys have a good night. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Gone in a minute. Peace. Deuces.